As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day Chukwu Abiyama benigwe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Namdekano.
It's Young Flight on the beats.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko, mad people everywhere. Dara. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. This your G, he dey make me yo gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. Ah, he dey make me yo gaga. Mama, he dey make me yo gaga. In this your G, he dey make me yo gaga. Sabotu as he dey make me yo for you. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. Obi that it, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, do not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me yo gaga. Mama, he dey pay me yo gaga. In this your G, he dey pay me yo gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me yo gaga. Yeah. Biafra voice 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blood brother man, you know. We go Chris. Chiamaka Ogaros, Rasta man of God. Love you. Yeah. Biafra, you know. Ikuku. Bad guy, you know. But the water master. Love you. Akashi haba go on. Hage chala weze mbiri. All them enemies of Biafra. Mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, now go the best. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, go now go the best. Yeah, more he dey pay me, yo, gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man, my God. So I'm on that maximum respect. Yeah. He dey pay me, yo, for you. He dey pay me, yo, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, yo, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, yo, gaga.
Because the end time is so near. Ndibo tu inusi, angwa wati matiano di. Eburisi ya na kreso, zuri ege kuma kwese. Makano panu boko, opa tichiria, abona boson de namu, ona yeku chikona kana. Asi maburo kuno mare, ya buru miyaru, namogara pala namu. Surrounding was on money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is right. Papa Mobaram see. Na Biafra balamu. Iya buna nene. Kambu paraya no. Makano jife wata winyakaye. Akalobe ilo leseya. Oye wife wapara nifeya. Biafra is my land. Biafra, I must go back to our land. And the one who took us today. If I would get me up 4 years ago, gonna talk in me also. Ogo no dirapuri kahana. Mano yes na bugoba na hibu. Wesi no choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko solo ndia usala ugausa. Kanyo wezero wa neba. Maka no buro lo ugausa. Aze gugoba no is. Yoga kita kwandia usofuma.
All right. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome to Biafra Unite channel / television. I welcome every one of you to this very live presentation, this very moment. Today's date is 14th of August, 2024. And the time right now is exactly 52 minutes past 9 p.m. in the land of Chukwokika-Biama. It is now 53 minutes top of the hour. So wherever you are listening me from, this is your live presentation. And the voice you are hearing right now is, of course, that of your lovely brother Ordinanwa from Biafra Unite channel / television. It is 7 minutes to 10 p.m. in the land of Chukwokika-Biama, and we have come to do the needful this very evening. A lot of things have happened already as we listened and communicated with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Biafra this very evening. It is something that we all will always want to see each and every day, if possible. Therefore, that is the reason why we have come late this very evening. And of course, as usual, when we plan to do something, another thing will come up. Because the zoo will never cease to amaze us.
as the comedians and the entertainers say, the zoo is a cruise. Nigeria is a cruise. So, in as much as they continue to amaze us, we will continue to analyze them. We will continue to debunk their lies. And of course, we will continue to decimate them. And above all, dissect them. So this very evening will be very, very brief, if possible. But I believe that is going to be very, very brief because we will be treating only but one particular topic this very evening. So without wasting further time, let us delve into it immediately. I welcome every one of you to this very live presentation, my wonderful people of Biafra. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others. Very, very important. You know what to do. As we are going to move with speed immediately because of our time, let's not dwell on preambles. Now, this very stuff on your screen, this very topic on your screen, if you followed yesterday, if you followed us yesterday, you will understand that this was the major topic that we treated yesterday, which says IPOB members, others risk jail terms as Nigeria House of Representatives proposes 25-year imprisonment, 10 million naira fine for separatist agitation. So if you followed yesterday, in fact, how many of you even listened or watched our live broadcast yesterday? Let me know if we all, or maybe 80% of us who are here already, listened to that very live presentation so that we can move instead of going back to refresh our memory. How many of you, if I get yes, I did, up to 80%, then we will continue. We will jump into the latest update, into the latest development, instead of going backward and start reading from beginning. How many of you listened to that very wonderful, all-important, and classic live broadcast that we had yesterday evening? Okay. I can see people truly listened. People listened. All right. So there will be no need of going backward. Let us move forward. Since almost all of us here watched that very all-important broadcast, let us move ahead. So for those of you who did not watch the live broadcast yesterday, the news you are seeing on your screen was the main topic that we treated yesterday, which we exposed the zoo with the video from the United Nations. If you didn't watch the broadcast yesterday, I believe today you must have seen the post that I made where the President of the United Nations, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, was addressing us. He did not mention our name. He did not call Biafra, but he was addressing us. Because every single thing he said in that video was actually what we are passing through today. And he was not indirectly. I read some comments. Some people say Mr. Guterres is indirectly talking to us. No, he was not indirectly talking to us, unless you didn't pay attention to the words he said. unless you didn't pick every single word that came out of his mouth. Mr. Guterres was directly talking to Biafrans. I said directly talking to Biafrans. Even though he didn't mention our name, but he was directly talking to us, because every single thing he said was actually directed to us, Biafran people. And he even went to the extent of telling us the people we are fighting against, the people we are supposed to fight. He went on to tell us who we are fighting. And he gave us reasons we must fight them. So if you didn't join that yesterday all-important broadcast, one of the most important broadcasts so far, the topic of that important broadcast is IPOB members orders risk jail terms as Nigeria House of Representatives proposes 25-year imprisonment, 10 million naira fine for separatist agitation. So that was the title from Sahara Reporters. And we now analyzed it and exposed the zoo and their criminality with that very video of the United Nations chief. Now, barely 24 hours. Barely 24 hours of that very exposition that has already gone viral. What we are hearing this evening is another thing. It is called boom. What we are hearing this evening is boom. Somebody say boom. Can somebody say boom? If you can hear me, say boom. Woto, woto to the enemies. Airborne. Airborne to Biafra. Airborne to Biafra Liberation Army. Airborne to Biafra resistance fighters. Airborne to Biafra Navy. Airborne to the Prime Minister. Airborne to BLGIE. Airborne to Biafra. Airborne to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are winning. What we had this evening is boom. Ose to go. If you think that what we are doing here is a joke, then you need to think. You need to rethink. Anybody thinking that what we are doing here is a play, you have to rethink. Take our activities for granted at your own peril. I cannot help you. I know the capacity of what we are doing, and I know what is capable of doing in the Zoological Republic. Take it for granted at your own peril. It's none of my business, because I cannot help you. We must keep on doing what we are doing, because we know that with what we are doing, the zoo will always be on their toes. We will always keep them on their toes. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. The only thing that we know is forward ever until Biafra is restored. Biafra first. Biafra first. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught us. If you are truly looking for freedom, the first thing you will always think of is Biafra first. I don't want to talk too much this evening. I want this broadcast could be in maybe 1 hour, if possible. Maybe 1 hour. So don't think we are here to talk too much, to talk like, maybe 1 hour. So once you join me, do the needful. Welcome others. It is a joy. It is a joy to see that the zoo is panicking, that the zoo has done what is called abanton. That time when we were growing up, We used to call it Abantogari. Abantogari. If you grew up in the village or anywhere in Igbo land, you will understand what I mean. Abantogari. We used to call it Abantogari. It is a joy to see that the zoo has done Abantogari. And we cannot stop. We will keep on doing what we are doing. We will keep on exposing them. We will keep on decimating them. We will keep on using their own idiocy, their own criminality, their own stupidity, their own, uselessness to expose them the more. We cannot stop. We can't help them. Anything they do, we will use it against them. If they do good, we use it against them. If they do bad, we use it against them. As long as it is something that benefits the coming of Biafra. Now today, 14th of August, 2024, the news that we have received on our news desk says, breaking, Nigeria House of Representatives Speaker Abbas bows to pressure, withdraws controversial counter-subversion bill. Now, when you go down, this is a title from Sahara Reporters. When you go down, it's today, 14th of August, 2024. Now, it says, in a statement from Musa Abdullahi Krishi, his special advisor on media and publicity, on Wednesday, today, Abbas said, in response to the voices and concerns of the people, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, retired Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD, has decided to withdraw the counter-subversion bill and other related draft legislation. Now, they said here, look at what they said here. Look at it. Look at it here. They said, in response to the voices and concerns of the people. Nah lie. Nah lie. Nah lie, nah pure lie. Moku tell them nah lie. No, nothing like a voice of the people. It's a big lie. Their fear of Abbas, the fear of the Senate, the fear of federal government, FG, the fear of the zoo government at large, be it legislative, executive, whatever you may call it, law enforcement or whatsoever. The fear of zoo federal government is that very video that we used for exposition yesterday. That very what I'm telling you is pure, whether they want to accept it or not. Because you know why I said so? There was no any backlash. Listen, there was no any backlash. That very bill was proposed yesterday. In fact, we saw it yesterday. It was made available yesterday. There was no backlash. I've been on social media. I've been on YouTube, especially. I've been on social media, including X, formerly Twitter. I haven't seen the trending, like when something is trending, when people are talking about something, you will see it trending on X. I've never seen any trend since morning till this evening where they are talking about the bill of sentencing agitators to 25 years imprisonment. I haven't seen any trend like that. If any of you has seen, please write it in the comment section. If any of you have seen any trend since yesterday till today, till this evening, people talking about the Senate Tajuddin Abbas, proposal to imprison agitators for 25 years. If you have seen any trend like that on social media, let me know in the comment section. I never seen anything like that. It did not trend. Nobody talked about it. The only fear that made them reverse it was the video of the United Nations President General, Secretary General, that we used for exposition last night, that exposed the zoo, that exposed their criminality, that exposed their idiocy and their timidity, where a whole Antonio Guterres, the president of United Nations, was telling us to go ahead and fight for our freedom, that they are solidly behind us. We used it to expose their stupidity, this stupid law that they proposed yesterday. And today, they have done what we called abantoyare. Abantoyare. Mad people everywhere. Nobody, no, there's nothing. Moreover, who will be the people that talk about it? Who would have been the people? Obasanjo. Obasanjo wants the same thing Tajuddin Abbas wanted is what Obasanjo wants. Who will say it? Tinubu. The same thing Tajuddin Abbas wants is the same thing Tinubu would want. Is it not Tinubu that appointed him as the House of Assembly Speaker? The same thing Okpabio wants. Is it not Tinubu that appointed Okpabio as Senate President? The same thing every governor from the East wants. Every House of Representatives member from the East want. Every senator from the East want. The same thing the Northerners want. The same thing the Westerners want. As long as Nigerian politics is concerned, the people they are claiming now in response to the voices and concerns of the people, it is only the politicians that they regarded as people. Now, I'm going to explain that. Let me read further. Remember what I have said last. It is only the politicians that they regarded as people. Now, pay attention. I will explain that just right now. They said, Tajuddin Abbas, Speaker of the House of Representatives, has withdrawn the controversial subversion bill. Now, look, listen here. Listen. They said, in a statement from Musa Abdullahi Krishi, his special advisor on media and publicity on Wednesday, Abbas said, in response to the voices and concerns of the people, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, retired Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD, has decided to withdraw the counter-subversion bill and other related draft legislation. This decision follows his extensive, now listen. Now, remember I told you that the only people that they regard as people, as far as the zoo is concerned, are the politicians. And I hit my chest to say it. I make bold to say it because I know that as far as a common man is concerned in the zoo, these criminal politicians do not regard you. They don't have any regard on you. You know, they don't count you. You are not counted. We are not counted. In fact, any common man is not counted. Again, Zalo one certain time. Anytime I remember that name, I laugh. In fact, even if I'm angry, if I want to laugh, I remember that name. That name is called Agena. Agena. It is somebody's name. Somebody just Zafawa. He's called Agena, meaning has he been counted? Is he counted? Agunyagogi, Agunyalogi. Isonanda Agunyalo. Are you among those that are being counted? He said his name is Agena. Anytime I remember that name, I laugh. Meaning that you are not counted. Everybody in the zoo, if you are not among the politicians, even their so-called security agents, police, military, soldiers, they are not counted unless you are a top police or military officer. If you are among those that are sharing money, once you are not in that office where they are sharing money, you are not counted. Agunyerogi. Isonanda na bag aju agena. You are among those, they ask again. Unedoganya. So now they said, look at it. This is very pure, very plain. It says, this decision follows his extensive consultations with a broad range of stakeholders and a careful consideration of the nation's current circumstances. Do we still need any explanation to what I just said? The people that they regard as the people are the politicians, which they called stakeholders. Look at it here. Stakeholders. I told you before, and I'm saying it again. Anytime you hear stakeholders, critical stakeholders, they are the criminals. Those they call stakeholders, especially critical stakeholders, are the criminals, those that are destroying the lives and properties of those that call themselves Nigerians today. They are the critical stakeholders. The thieves, the politicians, the criminal politicians, they are the critical stakeholders in the zoo. Criminals. Have you seen it? So now, if the criminals in the name of stakeholders are the ones that have this discussion with this thief, this Olukuman from Fotajalon called Abbas, if they are the one having that meeting with him, meaning they are all in one basket, they are all in one trouser, they are all in one category, they all think the same. As long as zoo politics is concerned, they are all the same. Why wouldn't they be the same when they share money together? They are all, I say all, from A to Z, 100%. If you are not among them, you can never join them. It is impossible to join them when we are not like them. If you don't share money, if you are not among them sharing money, you can never be in their midst. No matter how you try to pretend in the public, as long as you are into politics in the zoo, you are in one of these parties, why wouldn't you be among them? Are you not sharing? Are you not getting your own shares? If you're in APC, are you not sharing money? If you're in PDP, are you not sharing money? If you're in Labour Party, are you not sharing money? What are you doing there? Are you not sharing money? So that you must be among them. So meaning that the people they have meetings with, which they have tagged stakeholders, are the politicians. So they are all the same. So there is no how they will ask them or ask him to, drop the bill, to withdraw the bill, knowing fully well that the bill is something that will protect their interest in Biafra land. The bill is something that will protect their interest in our land, to continue making us dry and continue subjugating us, so that nobody should dare talk about Biafra. Once you talk about Biafra, you already know that 25 years is waiting for you. If you support Biafra, 25 years is waiting for you. If you contribute for Biafra, 25 years is waiting for you. Who is that stakeholder that will tell him to drop the bill? Who? Nobody. Nobody told him anything. They know that United Nations is fully in support of us fighting for our freedom. And they know that such bill coming at the point that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile released the video of the Secretary General of United Nations, Antonio Guterres. That bill coming at the same time when that video was released by the PM yesterday is a table shaker. Oh, people do not understand. Is a table shaker. That bill coming the same day that video was released. A video that supports the freedom of people. Not just supporting freedom of people, but supporting a fight to freedom. And this video is coming from the United Nations. when another entity claiming to be a member of United Nations is there trying to criminalize people fighting for their freedom, when the entity, the overall entity that they belong to, has said that everybody, they didn't tell us that we have right to fight. They say you should fight. You should fight those who want to hold you down. You should fight those who want to keep the status quo. That is what the UN president was saying. You should fight them. And the same people they ask us to fight are coming with a bill that will incriminate us. Don't you see the shame? Do you see the shame? The shame would have been astronomical. He would have been at the top. Had they been there, didn't do this abantoari. If they had not done this abantoari today, the shame would have been on top. You say you are united, a part of us, and we are telling people to go and fight for their freedom. You are there trying to incriminate them. That means you are not one of us. Because you cannot try to, to make caricature of what Antonio Guterres is saying. You can't. They quickly run, boom, change it immediately to avoid a wide range, attack from all angles outside the zoo. Speaker Abbas Tajuddin, a champion of the people's interest. Champion of people's interest. By the way, okay, maybe it's the media publicity or whatever they call him is the one talking. Of course, he has to praise his orga, somebody, a person where they pay him salary. He says, Speaker Abbas Tajuddin, a champion of the people's interest, has always prioritized listening to the citizens and fostering unity. He said he's listening to citizens. Which citizen talked about that bill? Which citizen? Even the zoo media never spoken against that bill. Never. Those that wrote about it, those that talked about it, said it according to what the House of Representatives said. They never condemned it. I didn't see any video from any zoo media condemning that very bill. I didn't see any video. If you have any, please send it to me. If you see any video from any zoo media condemning that very bill, please send it to me. Send it to me. Because me, I didn't see any. And if you see any publication from zoo media condemning that very bill, send it to me, please. Send the link to me. I'll read it. So you people should stop lying. Stop lying. We already know what happened. I am Alugebe Mili Suebano Piobagro. So stop lying. We are not kids. Speaker Abbas Tajuddin, a champion of the people's interest, has always prioritized listening to the citizens and fostering unity by force. His decision reflects his commitment to ensuring that the house remains truly the people's house. People, mad people everywhere. He acknowledges the significance of the concerns raised and the attention the bill has garnered, reaffirming that he will never support any action that might disrupt the peace and unity of their nation. The public is hereby notified of the withdrawal of the counter-subversion bill and other related ones introduced on July 23, 2024. Sahara Reporters earlier reported on Tuesday, yesterday, that the House of Representatives had introduced the Counter-Subversion Bill 2024. This proposed legislation stipulates that individuals found guilty of failing to recite the national anthem will face severe penalties, including a fine of 5 million naira, a 10-year prison sentence, or both. You see? Additionally, the proposed legislation stipulates that individuals who vandalize or destroy national symbols or places of worship shall face identical penalties, including a fine of 5 million naira, a 10-year prison sentence, or both. The bill, sponsored by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, which is set for its second hearing, where its general principles will be debated, stipulate that anyone found guilty of destroying national symbols, refusing to recite the national anthem and pledge, defacing a place of worship with intent to incite violence, or undermining the federal government shall face a fine of 5 million naira, a 10-year prison sentence, or both. The bill also states that anyone who sets up an illegal roadblock, performs unauthorized traffic duties, imposes an illegal curfew, or organizes an unlawful procession will be subject to a fine of 2 million naira, 5 years in prison, or both upon conviction. Also, any person who forcefully takes over any place of worship, town hall, school, premises, public or private place, arena, or a similar place through duress, undue influence, subterfuge, or other similar activities, commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine of 5 million naira or imprisonment for a term of 10 years or both. Now, they said a person who professes loyalty, pledges or agrees to belong to an organization that disregards the sovereignty. Did you get that? A person who professes loyalty, pledges or agrees to belong to an organization that disregards the sovereignty of Nigeria commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine of 3 million naira or imprisonment for a term of 4 years or both, it added, among others. So this is it. There is no need of reading further. Already is finished. It's finished already. This one, they are talking about protest, of course. They are talking about protest. So now, you have seen it, my people. And for those of you who did not watch or see the video of, the the video of the Secretary General of the United Nations, let me first of all play the video for you before we see if there is something else we can do moving forward.
Do not accept that what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite, we need to mobilize, we need to fight for a better future for all, and that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are because they serve their interests, but in a way that would put into jeopardy the perspective of the future of our planet and of the well-being of the people.
I feel so empowered by what you've just said about collaboration, coming together, fighting for the things that we believe in, and I think that's a beautiful message that you've left us with, and I really appreciate that.
So that was the video. I don't have to go on and on analyzing the video because I've done that already. That video has so many things. That video carries a lot. It carries a lot. If you did not watch that very yesterday broadcast, there is another video that I posted early today where I was, analyzing that very video properly. If you haven't seen it after this very broadcast, kindly go and check the last video that we posted. Not live broadcast, but a posted video. Go and check it and watch it from beginning till the end. You will understand everything about that very video. So, of course, they have done a Banton. We have some other topics to treat, including what happened, in Finland. We will talk about that tomorrow. Like I said from beginning, this very broadcast is not going to take, more than 1 hour. And I'm going to right now share the link for those of you who would want to come in and say something, because what has happened today is very, very great. It's very, very, very great. So any of you who would want to say something, the link is right now in the comment section. You can click the link and join me so that you can, of course, make your contribution. Those of you who were here yesterday, you saw how we decimated them, and today there is a change. There is U-turn on the side of the zoo. So you can as well click the link and, of course, join me live and direct. There's a video that I just want to play. I just want to play this very video, although it is not among the topic of the day, but let me quickly play the video. I've been keeping this very video for quite some time, and I'm trying to find a way to, slot it in. I've been trying to find a way to push it, but I haven't been able to do it. So let me just use this opportunity to push it. Let me use this opportunity to bring it, because it has been so difficult for me to, play this very video ever since, because I've not been able to. I haven't, discussed something that is close to what the video is talking about for a while, apart from the last time I talked about, Kenneth Okonkwo, leaving politics and dumping Peter Obi. So that was quite long ago. And by that time, this video has not been made. So since the video came out, I've been trying to talk about it, but I haven't been able to do so. But let me play it right now. And
after me, okay? 1, 2,
oh my God.
3. What's the number after 4?
5.
Sorry for that.
Go a long way. Really, very well. We talked about June 12th. It was becoming intractable when Obasanjo became president. The ghost of June 12th was exorcised. If Peter Obi were to be president, the ghost of the Biafran agitation will be exorcised.
Mumu man, you think they're living in bondage? You did.
If Peter Obi had become the president of Nigeria, you think the P2B were to be president, the ghost of the Biafran agitation will be exorcised.
Please let me know if you can hear my voice in the comment section. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear my voice, please.
If P2B had become the president of...
Please let me know if you can hear my voice. Can you hear my voice? I don't know. It seems like the network has done it again. Can you hear my voice, please? If you can hear my voice, let me know. Okay, fine. Fine, we have to continue. Let me play this Living in Bondage man again. Living in bondage. You think so we still there for living in bondage? Let me play it again.
Nigeria, you think the Biafran agitation would die naturally? We'll go a long way. Really? Very well. We talked about June 12th. It was becoming intractable when Obasanjo became president. The ghost of June 12th was exorcised. If P2B were to be president, the ghost of the Biafran agitation will be exorcised.
This man thought we are still living in bondage. This man thought we are still living in bondage.
Biafra unite,
right,
my brother.
What name? Please go ahead.
Let me just be. I just want to thank you because of the good work you have been doing together with our Prime Minister.
Thank you,
Mazi Simon Epa. But there is only one message I have for that person who called himself Kenneth Okonkwo. I don't know why the truth have become so scarce that people who supposed to know better are the one on the forefront of stupidity. Let me use that word, stupidity. This person who is trying to talk about this issue, Biafra will die a natural death. Under this condition, under this situation, the people of Nigerians are. And you still have the effrontery, you still have the guts to come before people and tell them that Biafra should die a natural death. Such a person is on high weight. That is what we have to tell that person. Such a person is on high weight. Ogemeha Vamnanya. Ogemeha Vamnanya. When the time comes, because the time is coming. By that time, they will look for where to go and stay. Even the place where they think they are staying, those people there will reject them. It's going to come. Thank you, my brother. Keep up the good works. And may Elohim Chukwu keep us in what we are doing. We will reach there. We will reach there. See, Mazen Nanda Carlo, when he gave me an Ogaputa, and when he's coming, the whole world will bow and we know we are Biafrans. That is what I have to say. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you for that, your contribution. We appreciate. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me play this movement once again, and then after that, we will, of course, draw the curtain.
If P2B had become the president of Nigeria, you think the Biafran agitation would die naturally? We'll go a long way. Really? Very well. We talked about June 12th. It was becoming intractable when Obasanjo became president. The ghost of June 12th was exorcised. If P2B were to be president, the ghost of the Biafran agitation will be exorcised.
Hey, anybody who knows Kenneth Okonkwo should tell him we are no longer in the living in bondage. We have gone beyond that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we have crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed the Rubicon. Anybody that sees that Mumu man must tell him that we have crossed the Rubicon. And anybody thinking that somehow, that Biafra agitators or agitation, not even agitation, Biafra liberation will be soft-pedaled or abandoned by this very structure that have been put in place. Not by with this structure that have been put in place, which is the government, both in exile and in the homeland. And somebody is thinking that somehow there is any kind of, bribe or position that will be given to an Igbo man that will make the Biafra Republic government to soft pedal or abandon the liberation of Biafra when over 50 million Biafran people have voted on the ongoing Biafra self-referendum to give the Biafra government the mandate to declare Biafra and fight for them. Then you are not just living in fool's paradise, but you are living in the past. That's why I said, tell him that we are no longer living in the bondage. Anything that will make you think in any way whatsoever that after 50 million Biafran people have voted yes, let me not say yes, because inside that 50 million, there will still be those, the rebels, those who will vote no. But I'm very certain that there shouldn't be more than 1%. They must not be 1%, more than 1%. So let me not say after 50 million Biafrans have voted yes. But after over 50 million Biafrans have voted for this Biafra self-referendum, with majority, giving or more than majority, giving the Biafra government the mandate to declare Biafra and defend it for them. All of a sudden, you think, P2B, ordinary P2B, a criminal, a crook, who will come on camera to pretend to be a very genuine and good man. He forgot that we know him. We know where he comes from. We know him. People know P2B when he was growing up. People know him when he was a youth. People know him, knows everything he did. People know him when he was a governor. People know how he made his money. People know him. People know even how he did. P2B was not isolated. He wasn't isolated. He wasn't an island. He was within the midst of people. So people know him. So if you think that giving P2B the president, or amending constitution, or building a liaison office in Biafra land, or bringing Aburi Accord, therefore all of a sudden, we will now abandon Biafra and say, okay, since we now have oil control, what do you call it? Resource control. Let us now somehow abandon freedom and focus on the zoo. Mad people everywhere. After millions of Biafrans have been murdered in cold blood by these blood-sucking zoo animals, you think all of a sudden we will just say, okay, fine, let us just come together. We are zoo, we are one Zugeria, we are this and that. we now support Tinubu. No, we are not a pressure group like IPOB Nigeria. We are not a pressure group, a political pressure group. All right, Casey, Mazi Casey, please grab the microphone and talk to Biafrans. Go ahead. Please.
Yeah. Good evening, Odunawa.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Biafrans. Easy, Mazi. You know, say Southeastern politicians. You know, say that they go go to this and tell them, say, nah, this is what I want put, and I want kill us all, and I want destroy us, you. Because
Come again.
try.
Come again. Can you start afresh, please? Start afresh.
I say all the Southeastern politicians. They are the people who going to go to the house and tell them this thing I want to implement. Now that we they implement against it, yo. Because if we not implement this thing, I mean, say, I don't want us to go home again. I don't want us to go to Southeastern region anymore. And they don't say if they implement that, none of them go smell Alibo again. None of them go smell Southeastern region again. Because they don't say that them go support such thing to happen. And another thing is the program of that, the interview of that United Nations Secretary General, the President. That one hit them for 2 legs. That one crippled them. And they have watched that program of yesterday and see say this program, if they try this thing, these people will use of this interview of United Nations man to fight against them. That's why they have no option to do what, to withdraw it.
Thank you, Mazi. Okay.
Let me put a little detail in this idiot living in bondage. Mazi, do you know that these people that are saying Biafra will die a natural death, they can only say it in this place you see they're sitting now. They can't come outside and the journalists approach them and ask them this question, they answer it. They will not answer it. Thank you. God bless you. I leave the mic.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you too. The Southeast, whatever they call them, the defunct politicians in Biafra land wouldn't have told them to cancel the bill because they are going to be chased out of Biafra land. Already they are not in Biafra land. So they wouldn't have gone to Abuja to tell them to cancel it because they would be chased away. Because already they are not here. At least Hope Uzodinma is physical in Abuja. Yes, he's physical in Abuja. Maybe you can tell me OT is somehow here in Biafra land. Soludo sometimes is here, but he's hiding. Soludo is hiding. Nobody sees him. Even in his office in Oka, he's not there. He's not there. So, which politician is here? When Ekwemadi is telling you at the Senate House, at the what do you call it, House of Assembly, that they can't even go back to their village anymore. He said it in the public on a video. They can't go to their village anymore. And he was shouting and crying. He knows that I was asking our people, have you seen any Igbo man that is rich, that has gone outside and made money without coming back home to do Makwandi Aibo? Everybody said no. This is what they are passing through. All right. Christian Osinachi, Mazi Christian Osinachi, please grab the microphone and speak to us. 2 minutes, please.
Hello?
Mazi Christian Osinachi, if you can hear me, please go ahead and make it snappy too.
Hello? Can you hear
Christian
me?
Osinachi, go ahead and speak to us, please.
Can you hear me?
This man is not even listening. All right, His Academic Highness, please go ahead and speak to us.
Good evening, brothers and sisters and lovers of freedom. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
It's a very good pleasure to be here with the old people that started with MNK, His Excellency. It is good that we understand the lacuna of Historia. And as we are getting to our correct, very, very correct emancipation, which is the subject of the matter today. Biafra, that Nnamdi Ojukwu talked about, is to be realized. I am happy in the spirit of positive megalomania that people who are spiritual and spirited and spirited, human and humanistic, are in the clue in the sense that we are to get Africa free. That's why I wake up, and I woke up from my African coven. It is a very positive milieu. I know whom I'm speaking to. We know ourselves. And it is very positive. I want the Biafran people to know that this is the time, and there is nothing bad that will happen to MNK, His Excellency. There is nothing bad that will happen to him. I say this and I reiterate. Me fialofu Abakaleke, oto wendi ife deji eme Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Oto wendi ife ọbụla do eji eme nkrobu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Bịa bụ Nnajivu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Bịa bụ Nnajivu Nnamdi Kanu. Ọwa irela ndị ife ndị etu ụwa. Irela na ndị etu ụwa atọbụdo adụ ka ndị etu ụwa. Irela na ndị etu ụwa. Akwa irela begide etu ụwa. Irela na begide etu ụwa. Ọtọbụdo adụ ka. Irela na begide etu ụwa. Biafra unite. God bless you in secula secularum. Thank you.
Again, His Academic Highness. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you for your wonderful submission, and of course the prayer for our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. God bless you for coming. God bless you for joining us. I appreciate you for coming. Thank you. All right. We will be concluding right now. Like as I said from beginning, I just want to stay here for 1 hour, which I have done already. May God bless you all. May God bless Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoku. May God bless and protect our gallant men who are in the bush fighting against these terrorists who are coming here to buy our women and children in our land. God bless them as they go on and protect our land and decimate and neutralize the enemies. And of course, as we wait for the declaration of Biafra come December 2nd and the defense of Biafra nation moving forward. God bless all the genuine people who are financially supporting the liberation of Biafra, and of course, those serving in the Biafra Republic government in exile with all their heart, genuinely, to support the Prime Minister for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra. God bless you all. From me, from here, with all the love in my heart, I say good evening.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.